Alrighty then, that was a shaky start, and welcome to video 16.25. You say, but why 0.25? Because for the 4 of you that watched 16, I did not like. And I said goodbye. I said, now go away or so don't you a second time. You empty-headed animal, food trough water. Ha! Fart in your general direction. Your mother was a hamster and your father smelt of elderberries. And I deleted it. And I am replacing it with this one. With a new topic and a new song. And the new song is by that crazy, crazy band Phish, and that crazy, crazy, crazy sound of sample in a jar. Arr, matey. Without you now I wander, sulking, secretly afraid. Within your grasp the fears don't last, though some of them have stayed. I wheeled around because I didn't hear what she had said. Saw you dancing with a lady up on the moor's bed. Foggy, rather gaudy. You helped me into my car. You bound the bell, then closing me. Sample in a jar. And on the market stands unfolding with all the woolies and their wares, I shuffle by. I've raised my cup. It's now I knew that you know I'd soon end up and I wheeled around because I didn't hear what she had said. Thanks for watching. Hello and welcome to the topic portion of tonight's show. Yes, it's a really, really great show. So this is 16.25. This is the learning curveball. I just came up with the term not too long ago. I rather like it. Kind of catchy. What I kind of want to talk about tonight, and this kind of goes with the other video of the whole brain, heart, information, both sides, one receiving the other. We grow up, again, we're all about the brain, society's all about the brain. So when you go to school, right, from a kid, high school, some people college, I went briefly to college, we just accept, it's like we take our hearts out, just, pull it once upon a time, pull it out, and imagine one of those old, school desks where they had the, the top that popped open, put your heart right in there, shut it off, and tune in. And so we just absorb all this information, The teachers get the information, they regurgitate it to us, we regurgitate it back to them, and it's just all this information. We don't question it, we don't feel it, we don't do anything. It's just take it, and yeah, through our own, especially, once you get to college and stuff, it's a little different. You might have your own interpretation, but we don't feel the information. We just accept the information that comes in. And I disagree. Again, it is because of, is one of the many reasons why things are there in this world is because we're not taught to go inside of here. We're not taught to do anything with that. We're learn. Shut the heart off. Become a robot. Become like your computer. And, obviously I feel very, very differently about that. So not only does your emotional intelligence have to do with the heart intelligence not only has to do with emotional intelligence, it can also help you with, the intelligence up here and the information that's coming up here too. Very much so. When you're sitting in class, I don't care if it's high school, college, I don't care if you're a teenager or an adult. When you, whatever subject, history, math is a little different. That's pretty much written in stone, but history, especially science, I have a huge issue with science, which I may have talked about already, but I'll get back to that. Let me write that note. Science with science. I'll get back to the science thing. But all these subjects, I guess, and even math. Again, even though it's pretty much kind of in stone, not too much you can really do with it. Outside of the fact, I think they should teach things like sacred geometry and the Fibonacci sequence and various other things out there that to me are far more important than learning, calculus and all that kind of stuff. And trigonometry, which I never learned because it was, I'm not a math guy. I'll write you a poem in about 5 minutes, but try to figure out a trig problem or a calc problem. Yeah, not gonna happen. Yep, not going to happen. So, yeah, now I'm again losing my train of thought here. And my notes. Oh, and I don't have as many notes as I was hoping to, but, again, truth comes down to perspective. It comes down to the individual person. We all have different truths, and it doesn't mean that they're all, that there's only one person whose truths are all right. Again, everybody has a single piece of the truth, or a couple pieces. And you know, again, another reason why we got to stop this nonsense of separation and you're different and blah 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 because you're color or skin or race or creed or religion. We got blah, 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 blah. It's not that it irritates me, it just makes me really sad. But anyway, so everybody's truth is going to be different. And even if we do come together, still everybody's truth is going to be different. Yes, there are universal truths, like the law of attraction, and there's, I believe, 7 others. I don't know. I did try and do some research on it, but got so much different crap. And again, using your emotional intelligence, that comes in huge if you do any kind of research on the internet, because everybody's got an opinion and everybody's got, you know, whatever. Well, that has to come in handy. You watch something and they're like, you know, you got to use this, man. This is your guide. This remembers the information, but this is the guide to guide you to that information. Sorry, I've got a little bit of a moth thing going on here out of nowhere all of a sudden. So anyway, so it was funny because as I was looking through, I pulled up one article, and of course I was scrolling through because I was just looking for the universal truths, because I was going to give you a list of them. So I will probably come back to the universal truths because I don't remember. Again, this is something I studied a couple years ago, and so I'm going to have to do some digging and do just a whole separate thing on universal truths anyway, because it's not really the main focus of this particular video. But as I pulled up this article, and I came to the first one, and it said, and I quote, "Life is not fair, get over it." And I'm like, and this is the ignorance and why things are the way they are. It's like, hello. But again, perspective, environment, growing up in is why people have stupid, and I shouldn't put people down, but it's why they have, not that they're stupid, but they have these stupid ideas like this because of the way they grow up. You grow up in a harsh environment, you know, that's why. And I'm sorry, you know, this age, and this stupid age is coming to an end. So all you people with all that kind of thought patterns better learn to change, and you better get with your inner self and get rid of the garbage and the crap that's holding you back from your brighter, higher self. You have to, well, you don't have to, but I'm just telling you, because if you don't, there's going to be lots of problems for you, for them, heck, even probably for me, because God knows I'm probably not progressing fast enough myself, which is part of the reason why I do these videos too, because I'm hoping we're going to get moving here, and we'll get into some really cool stuff down the road. That's actually some of the stuff that I mentioned in my last video. But, you know, for me, when I do research, you know, you follow your heart. You got to just be like, okay, you know, when they're talking, don't just listen and don't just think. Go here too. Divide that concentration. You know, multitasking, true multitasking is being able to use this and this at the same time. So when they're talking, you're processing the information. You go, does this feel right? Does this feel right? Does this feel right? No. Or maybe it does. Or parts of it might. You see, the society out there, it's all an illusion. And all the facts and everything that's given to us is for a reason. People don't want you using this. I guarantee you, and I've said it, and I will probably say it again and again, when we start using this, people are going to start waking up, and people are going to see through the lies, and they're going to see through the illusion, and the reality is a prison. I'm not saying we can't be happy in the prison. I'm not saying we can't make loads of money and do what we want, but it's a prison nonetheless. So anyway, again, this is kind of short. It is Sunday night for me, and I wasn't planning. I wanted to do this video Friday when I was fresher and I had more ideas. But something did come to me today, actually, and it's about, I've talked about the empath, the intuition thing, and I kind of wanted to give this kind of idea for those skeptics out there who might, you know, like, oh, it's, you know, you can't feel other people's feelings and you can't, and da 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 da, you know, that it's not possible. Obviously, for everybody else, they know, and we know it's possible, and we live it, and we go through it. But for those skeptics, okay, now, again, I'm going to go back to, hey, everybody has got to have had that feeling at one time of, well, maybe I shouldn't do this. Maybe I shouldn't drive my car over a cliff doing 90 miles an hour. Might not be a good thing. And you do it and go, oh crap, I was right. Again, that's your emotional intelligence. That's your intuition. That's your psychic. That's whatever it is you want to call it. It's all the same thing. The difference between intelligence and being psychic is the development of this. It's the same thing as developing this or developing this. It's all the same. So basically, we have the 5 other senses, correct? Yes, right? Yes, okay. So, so if you're sitting in your house, right, and you're doing something, and you hear a jackhammer down the road, because they're working on the road and they're, you know, pulling up that concrete from the road, or I'm sorry, the bridge, and it's falling apart. You hear that jackhammer. Now, you know it's a jackhammer, right? You can't see it, right? Can't see it, but because you know the sound, you know what one sounds like, right? So, you know it's a jackhammer, but you don't actually have to see it. Again, you're using one of your senses to know, you know, without seeing, because obviously, you know, as the saying goes, seeing is believing. So you can't see that jackhammer, but you know it's there. And it's the same thing. If somebody puts a blindfold on you, puts a ball in front of you, you know, you got the blindfold on and you're touching it, your brain registers and might even see the ball in your head. You're like, oh yeah, that's a ball. That's a baseball, or a beach ball, or a volleyball, or a basketball. You can tell by just the feel of it. You know, and again, you're using another sense. Same thing. If somebody puts a flower under your nose, you smell it. Yeah, that smells like a rose, or that smells like a flower. Again, you're using one sense, but your brain knows what it is. It's the same thing for the 6th sense, which is that ability to feel other emotions, or people's physical ailments, or both, or, you know, how it works for you. Even just sensing it. That's the beginning. But again, once you use that, it works the same way. You look at somebody and they're like this, or maybe even not. Again, you know, for us empaths, you know, we're sitting there and we're having a good time, and all of a sudden we get this, oh man, now I'm depressed. And most of us look around the room and we see that person over in the corner like this, and they're kind of melancholy, and they might be having a cup of coffee or something. But again, you didn't see it first. You felt it. You're using your other sense. And you're using this sense to tell you what's going on up here. I hope that makes sense, because I'm not sure that's the way I really wanted it to come out. As I'm going, but again, and you know, in intuition, you know, it's the same thing. It can be learned. We all have it in us, and that's the next evolutionary point. So I think I've talked enough for a Sunday night. Of course, many of you will be getting this Monday at some point, or whenever you might just happen across this video when you're searching for crazy weird people. No, kidding. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed it. Hope you enjoyed the song. Thank you very much for watching, and please subscribe. I would really appreciate it. And so I say Namaste. And peace to you all. Thank you.